Next up on Shark Tank, we have Addie Powers presenting on the military.
Hello Sharks, my name is Addie Powers and today I'm going to be telling you why the military is the most significant development in all of world history. The historical situation of militarism dates all the way back to the early ages of Mesopotamia with the first agricultural revolution.
Increase in food producing technology, people were able to stray away from farming and take up other professions like being soldiers in armies.
The Roman army was one of the most significant military for its time. In the first century, they started recruiting literally anybody they could, which also inspired other armies to build up so they could gain land from the Romans and also protect their own land from Roman conquering. And their actions further grew technological advancements, also with the development of gunpowder in the 10th century in China. There's a multitude of reasons why militarism started. One of these being that they were for pure defense mechanisms. As people were starting conflicts and trying to take over other lands, people needed to defend themselves. And also for economic warfare. As people tried to gain more land, they needed militaries. And that leads to the next one as well, to gain territorial land and to develop prestige within their regions. If you had a larger military and a larger army, you were going to be seen as more significant. And also people tried to spread and protect religious traditions like with the Crusades. The Roman Empire used their army to protect their land like many did in this time period. This leads me to tell you why militarism is actually the most significant development in the world. Firstly, conflicts and violence arose all throughout the world. So, for example, the American Revolution, if there was not a buildup of military in the Americas, they never would have been able to take over the British, and there would never have been the independence of America. This also happened for other countries that were trying to fight for their independence. They needed a military and an army to do this. As militaries arose, so did competition among states, because they were trying to avoid being taken over. And if one had a large military, they were going to be able to take over countries that didn't have large militaries. So people tried to stay in line with each other by building up their militaries and making competition among each other. Militarism also led to the main world wars as well as the Cold War. In World War I, militarism was one of the main causes because of the competition it caused among states. In World War II, with Hitler's enormous Nazi army, he would not have been able to challenge the other states if he did not have militarism. In the Cold War, as the United States and the Soviet Union tried to keep up with each other with their militaries, this caused conflict in their ideologies. Stemming from the world wars that military caused, almost 1 billion people died just because of these wars, which shows how significant the military is, because without the military, these wars wouldn't have happened, and neither would any of the other conflicts that were huge to the world. Arguably most significant, militarism also caused imperialism. If Europeans in the US and also larger states did not have the military buildup that they had, they would not be able to exploit the lesser developed countries in Africa and Asia, which also would have caused the Industrial Revolution to be futile without the resources that they provided. And we would not have the technological advancements that we do today.
As men left for war, women had to replace them in manufacturing and agricultural positions, which introduced them to specialized labor and also allowed them to see that women could do anything that men could. This led to feminism all around the world. Family structures also changed as women went to work and left the house. Military is the most significant development in the world because it led to conflicts, wars, and independence of countries.
I'll give you $1 million